Imagine you're a soldier, cold, starving, trapped in a city of rubble. The wind cuts through your uniform. You haven't eaten in days. You don't fear death anymore. You expect it, because this is not just war. This is Stalingrad. In 1942, Adolf Hitler launched a campaign that would become the bloodiest battle in human history. 2 million men trapped in the dead of winter, turning a Soviet city into a frozen graveyard. This is the day the Nazis froze to death. Stalingrad wasn't just a city, it was a symbol. Named after Stalin himself, it sat along the Volga River, vital to Soviet industry and oil transport. Hitler believed that taking it would break Soviet morale and cripple their economy. So, in the summer of 1942, Germany's 6th Army, the Wehrmacht's most elite force, charged towards Stalingrad, backed by tanks, planes, and confidence. At first, it seemed like a sure victory. The Luftwaffe bombed the city into ashes. Buildings crumbled, thousands died. Soviet forces. But Joseph Stalin had already given the order, not one step back. Every man, woman, and child would resist, street by street, house by house, brick by brick. Urban warfare in a frozen tomb. Sound design, echoing gunshots, shouting in Russian and German, snowstorm fades in. The Germans expected a swift victory. Instead, they found a nightmare. Soviets turned every ruin into a fortress. Sewer tunnels became ambush points. Snipers roamed the upper floors. Entire battles were fought over a single stairwell. As September faded into October, the weather turned. Temperatures dropped below -30 degrees Celsius, -22 Fahrenheit. Frostbite spread faster than bullets. Soldiers urinated on their hands just to stay warm enough to reload. There was no shelter, no fuel, no food. Rats and corpses became dinner. Morale cracked, but Hitler refused retreat. He ordered General Paulus and the 6th Army to hold Stalingrad at any cost. They were surrounded, cut off, freezing. But Hitler told them, victory or death. They chose death. Operation Uranus. The trap slammed shut. On November 19, 1942, the Soviets launched Operation Uranus, a surprise pincer attack from the north and south. Romanian and Hungarian troops on Germany's flanks were no match for the Red Army. In days, the German 6th Army was encircled. Over 250,000 Axis soldiers were trapped inside the city. Hitler promised supplies by air, but Soviet flak guns shredded the Luftwaffe. Supplies barely trickled in. Men resorted to eating horses, wallpaper paste, even sawdust. Ammunition ran out. So did hope. Paulus begged to break out. Hitler refused, and outside the frozen ruins, the Red Army tightened its grips. By January 1943, German soldiers were freezing in basements, their fingers black with frost. Some committed suicide. Others simply stopped moving. On January 31st, General Paulus finally surrendered against Hitler's orders. For the first time, a German field marshal laid down his arms. Of the 250,000 Axis troops who entered Stalingrad, fewer than 100,000 were captured. Only 5,000 would ever return to Germany. The rest died from cold, wounds, starvation, or Soviet labor camps. It was the turning point of World War II. The myth of Nazi invincibility was shattered, and Stalingrad became the grave of Hitler's dreams. Some battles are won with bullets, others with time. And winter. At Stalingrad, it was not the Red Army alone that defeated the Nazis. It was the ice, the starvation, the silence. This was the day the Nazis froze to death.